How y'all doing out there? It's Lady Love Myself. This is about take number 20. Okay. But I got a question for you. Are you being suffocated by your spouse's family members? And if so, how do you handle that? How do you deal with loved ones that are overstepping their boundaries, that don't have um, respect, and you're starting to feel like you're kind of in a one-sided relationship? Having family members constantly at your home, unannounced all the time, calling, invading, and all of that, that's going to cause problems in your relationship, because your spouse is going to start to feel like, okay, this isn't balanced. Okay, and you can share that with your spouse. You can let them know, hey, I don't have a problem with your family, but I don't want to see those motherfuckers every day. Okay? Can you have that respect for me? I mean, when I get home from work, I want to strip down naked. I don't feel like somebody else's kids and everybody, oh no, this one here, that one here, this one here, that one. And your spouse act like they don't get it. They act like it is not a problem. I mean, but this is my family. If they act like they want to argue with you, don't. Because sometimes that's going to be a fight that you may not win. That is going to be on your spouse. Your spouse really needs to learn how to balance the relationship between family and the household that they are now living in. And the household that they are living in should be the motherfucking priority household. Not what's going on in auntie house, uncle house, sister one, sister two, 64, 5, 6, how many sisters they got. As an example of me. But when you tell them, hey, this is starting to get uncomfortable for me, and it is one-sided. You don't see my family members busting down the doors and shit like that. No. Sometimes you don't realize the type of relationship your spouse has with their family. It could be homogenous. I've met some people, and the person that I was with, some people don't have friends outside of their family. One of my managers, she's from the South here, and she basically was like, I don't have friends outside of my family members. My cousin is my best friend. My other cousin is my kids' godparents. So they just keep it all within them. No friends outside. Whereas when you meet someone, such as myself, I'm a New Yorker. So I wasn't raised in a homogenous home. We have family members and all of that too. We have a very big family, but we don't invade on each other's spaces. We don't cross boundaries. We don't invade. We don't make people feel uncomfortable. Plus, we don't get down like that. First of all, if I'm going to see you, I'm going to meet your ass out in the street. Half the time in New York, you don't even need to know where I live. Okay? So that would be the difference between you and your mate. How they are with their family and how you are with your family. But y'all need to have your own family unit within your home, period. And it has to be dual respectful boundaries. Okay? When you share with your mate, like I said, if they have a problem with you letting them know that their family is becoming a problem in the relationship, it's going to be an uphill battle. I tried it, especially when you got the overbearing mothers that are enabling and entitled. They feel entitled. Oh, that's my son. That's my daughter. You know, kind of like Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. I really feel sorry for Todd. And I just want to just say, Todd, you don't have to absorb that bullshit. There's plenty of other motherfucking women out here. Okay? You don't have to have your identity clouded just because you're with Candy. Candy, you's a punk ass bitch. Because you, to this day, have never checked your fucking mother on disrespecting your husband. And that's foul. And you don't even realize that your mom is the only person that seems to be concerned with your money. And if it wasn't Todd, it was the man before you had that passed away. Your mother had a problem with him. thinking that it's the mothers, it's the family members. And if Candy don't open her eyes and stop running around trying to check the bag, your man gonna be on somebody else's arm. Because I think Todd Tucker is hot. And I'm a New Yorker, and I feel he don't need to be putting up with that motherfucking bullshit. There's too many other bitches out here. Fuck Candy and her goddamn money. You need to stand up and be who you are, and you are Todd Tucker, not Candy's husband. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So you got to deal with those situations with the overbearing, disrespectful mothers or sisters constantly coming over. It becomes suffocating because you're just like, after a while, when they come around, you just be in your room. I'm gonna just go upstairs. And then that was another thing. When they come to the house, certain parts of the house need to be off limits, like the bedrooms. Your family want to come over, fine. I don't feel like when I get ready to go in my room that all the cousins and all of them are laying on my motherfucking bed with their clothes and shit. I don't play that. And I'm just like, I'm going to just stay in my room. And that's how it was kind of like going. What happened for me was, no matter how many times I shared with my spouse that, listen, you and this fucking family shit is starting to get out of hand. My family don't do that. And then it was like, your spouse is taking time away from growth with you and them. Straight up. They're not taking the time to get to know you as a person because they're so still attached to family and, oh no, my mom, my auntie, and you know what happens? They wind up single because that's usually the outcome. Like for me, I am happy. I could be like, single ladies, clap my hands. Yeah, because I don't have to deal with him, his bullshit, his mama damn, his cousin damn, none of them. And that's what it's going to be. And eventually, when you really look at it, all the family members that were coming over, they weren't even in a relationship. But they were happy to come in and invade on yours. And your spouse allowed it. So your spouse has to deal with themselves and deal with that one-sidedness. That's kind of selfish. You're being selfish. You're being disrespectful because you're not honoring the person that lives with you, how they feel. You're just brushing them off, you know? And then when you tell him, it just turns into an argument. So that should tell you that maybe the situation that you're in, it ain't for you. I had another person. He was just like, you know, when I get off work, I see my mother-in-law is at the house. She's at the house every single fucking day. But if you've been at the house from morning and now it's after work, his thing is like, why are you still here? I shouldn't even fucking see your ass. You should have left way before I got home. He said, and then now when she's here, she's like, oh, could you get my cab? And then she's like, wants to sit and talk and this, that, and the third. And I'm going to be honest, he's sick of her. And he could share with his wife and everything too, but she's just like, that's my mom. My mom, she's like almost 80 now. She's in her 80s. That's my mom. We all have moms and fathers. It's just how we put boundaries up and we allow people in our lives and how to cross and how not to cross. If you are feeling suffocated by your spouse's family and they ain't checking that shit, single ladies, clap your hands. Single men, clap your hands. I don't own the rights to that song for Cameo, but it's true. I don't see how the relationship is even going to work if they're not considering your feelings. They're not considering that they share that house with you. Not to mention their family members don't even pay the fucking bills in your house. So why are they here all the time? And then they're laying all on your shit. They want to lay and sleep all on your couch, get all in your shit. Nah. I don't fucking play that. Get your ass out of here. Call your brother or your sister, whatever, on the phone. But look, you better cut that shit down. And then they will label you as the problem because you're not allowing them to invade on your space. You're going to be the problem. That's why I said the best thing from this is to just go in your own way.